what's up?
Hi guys, thank you for tuning into this video. Now if you've been on the Twitter streets, then you've seen this story of an OnlyFans model getting burned by a creator named Gucci Third Leg. And as sad as this story is, she says something in her video that was pretty interesting to me.
Gucci Third Leg burned me with HSV2. There's just so many girls, and there's girls with so many similar stories to me, and they're so young as well. He is preying on the young, he is preying on the new, and I'm so sorry for not saying this 7 months ago. I was scared, and I was making so much money.
After the pandemic, OnlyFans became the newest way to make money and grew in popularity by tenfolds. A lot of people couldn't leave their house and couldn't go back to work since businesses had to be shut down, so this was the easiest option. Although OnlyFans can be used for virtually anything like fitness or cooking, sex work obviously became more popular. It grew to such popularity that even celebrities were mentioning it in their music.
Hips tick tock when I dance. On that demon time, she might start her OnlyFans.
Women were able to make a lot of money from OnlyFans and were openly bragging about it online. They were able to buy cars and houses strictly from doing OnlyFans. They were able to make thousands a week, more than they've ever made or would make working a job, just from posting salacious pictures or doing actual video work. Either way, this hack seemed easier than actually doing corn within the industry. Instead, choosing to become your own boss and controlling who you're doing it with limited work without having to split your costs with an array of people. In 2024, corn stars make $11 to $31 an hour, making roughly $50 to $60K a year on average. So this seemed like an easier option, with creators being able to keep their profits. OnlyFans stars started making so much money that even celebrities wanted in on the profits. When Bella Thorne joined OnlyFans, she hopped on the platform charging $20. Within the first day, she made $1 million. Same for Bad Baby. As soon as she turned 18, the first thing she did was make an OnlyFans, and within her first 6 hours, she made over $1 million. And within the first month, she racked in $18 million. OnlyFans became a lucrative opportunity for celebrities and non-celebrities to make serious money. Even the men started diving into OnlyFans as extra income. Tyga famously hopped on, and even Fizz from B2K's Booty Hole was exposed from his OnlyFans content. But it shows that when the world stopped, SCX work became glamorized as the easiest way to make money. An OnlyFans model, Danae Davis, recently exposed creator Gucci Third Leg for allegedly giving her HSV2. She exposed him claiming that she was young, 19, when she had intercourse with him for content. She said she got super drunk when they had SCX and she noticed an open sore on him. When she asked about it, he claimed that it was a sore from shaving, but obviously that turned out to be a lie, and she got burned from him.
I'm just gonna say, yes, he gave it to me. It's devastating to have to come on here and share that whenever I was 19 years old, Gucci Third Leg burned me with HSV2. And he told me that he was going to send me his test results, and he never did. And it saddens me to hear that he's done this to so many girls, and there's girls with so many similar stories to me, and they're so young as well. He is preying on the young, he is preying on the new, and I'm so sorry for not saying this 7 months ago. I was scared, and I was making so much money. I can't keep beating around the bush because you guys think I'm lying. And he can't ruin anybody else's life. I didn't know what he was known for. I didn't know who he was. I didn't do my research, and it is my fault.
Gucci Third Leg is a popular OnlyFans creator who is a sexual deviant. Him and Diamond the Body run in the same disgusting circle of claiming they have 2,000 plus bodies.
My body count was like 3,100, but I was really, I didn't feel too bad about it because my ex-chick Diamond the Body had like 2,000 or whatever, but so it was like when I was dealing with my chick, she couldn't really be like, oh, your body count's too much, because her body count like 2,000. My body count like 3,000, so it's like, damn, like I ain't feel too bad about it, honestly.
Body count it's not 2,000, it's over 2,000 now. Like,
How old are you?
I'm 27.
What?
So since that interview, I've had sex with more people.
Oh my God.
Now obviously neither one of their body counts is that much, but they glamorize promiscuity for the sake of a check, so they're overinflating themselves. Apparently, this dude has been burned for a while and not only failed to tell Danae, but he has also been burning a lot of content creators as well. In this situation, nobody really believes in condoms, and if you look at his content on Twitter, all of his deeds are done raw, so he's not disclosing his status and he continues to have unprotected sex with a lot of women. Which of course is absolutely wrong. Based on the discourse on Twitter, people are trying to play the blame game on who is most at fault. Now honestly, I think a piece of the culprit really has to do with the lack of sexual education. In America, sex ed is only taught in a few grade levels in middle school and high school, or simply not taught at all.
Don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die.
With the majority of U.S. students reporting they've had sex before graduating high school, the type of sex ed they receive is a big deal for themselves personally and for the economy.
So the politics of this are complicated.
Most young people are getting something. They're just not getting very much sex education.
There is no national or federal mandate around sex education. And so what kids are taught in schools varies by state, by county, even by school.
Only in sex ed is the sex ed teacher enjoined to actually change how the kids behave out of school. And this may be an impossible burden.
The most sex ed teaches you is about condoms and abstinence while briefly touching on STDs, but mostly emphasizing HIV. Most people don't understand basic sexual education because they overemphasize only having sex when you're ready and teaching you about the diseases out there, which isn't really as helpful, but as we all possibly know now, this lack of education is probably on purpose. Either way, sometimes when it comes to sex, common sense is out the window, and we have a case like Danae, who not only was drinking underage, which I'm sure we're all guilty of, but she openly ignored a sore. So even if he lied and said that the outbreak was a shaving incident, why did you still put it in your mouth? Now that was basic common sense and was kinda disgusting. As an sex worker, you're doing this for money, but you're not officially a part of the corn industry because at least when you do corn, you have to regularly get tested every 2 weeks. In this instance, she's crying because she did ask for his results and he never gave it to her, but yet she kept making content with him, ignoring an open outbreak. Now, not only did she get burned, but then she proceeded to keep making content and then said she wanted to say something, but the money was too good. So she waited 7 months till she couldn't take it anymore. And then she felt like she had to tell her truth. And for Gucci Third Leg, he just straight up knew he was burned. Now there's really no doubt about that. He had an open outbreak and disgustingly couldn't wait for it to heal before he had sex, which again is disgusting and straight up immoral. You're obviously burned, you have an outbreak, but you couldn't wait to bust a nut. These are the downside of sex work that no one really wants to talk about. A lot of people don't want to talk about the virtual footprint that you're leaving behind that your kids will have to deal with. A lot of children get bullied and harassed because their mom decided to do OnlyFans. Kids are looked at differently and parents don't want their children to associate with kids whose parents are openly promoting their content. In this age, everybody knows what an OnlyFans is. Practically every child has a cell phone now and can access social media. It really won't take much to pull up your classmate's mom's OnlyFans, and although it's behind a paywall, it's not really rocket science to get access to. Kids are being expelled and or treated differently because of this. Although OnlyFans can have different meanings, it's virtually the same thing as having a Cornhub stamp. It's no different, you're doing the same thing because it's still corn at the end of the day.
The reason that I even started with OnlyFans was because I didn't want a 9-to-5. I wanted to still be involved.
A Florida mom is suing Orange County Public Schools, saying they will not let her volunteer.
Well, she says the principal at her kid's school told her this after the school board learned that she is an OnlyFans model.
NBC6
It's like, Mom, like, why can't you come in there and be around all of us? And it's like, yeah, I'm not allowed right now.
Victoria Tree says it's been a tough year and a half. She used to volunteer at her boys' school, Sand Lake Elementary. But then she says in 2021, they banned her because of what she does for work. The 31-year-old is an OnlyFans model and posts sexually explicit images. These photos are from her public social media sites, but her OnlyFans account is private.
The reason that I even started with OnlyFans was because I didn't want a 9-to-5.
How long had the sticker been on your car before it was noticed by a parent?
Approximately 2 years.
And had you had any issues prior to that 2 years?
No, ma'am, nothing.
So they came to you and said, we've got a problem, there's been a complaint about this, and then how long ago was that?
Approximately 3 weeks ago, I actually got an email from an angry parent that had found me on Facebook, and she reached out to me, and it wasn't until the next day that I got an email from the school saying I couldn't have my car on the property any longer.
Came to us and they said if she removes this, she can come back. Did you consider that? Where was that thought process?
They had said if I removed it and I removed all social media, that's the most recent thing when they expelled the kids.
How you introduce yourself into the world will always lie in your virtual footprint. Kim K, damn near 20 years later, is a perfect example. Kim K is filthy rich, but no matter how successful she gets, people will still remember her as the girl who sucked off Ray J to get where she is. That's why she was hoopla crying about her face being on Roblox when her son was playing the game.
It's okay.
It's not okay though, it's not, on Roblox. Sam was on Roblox yesterday, and a thing popped up, and he started laughing, and I was like, Mommy, look, and it was a picture of my cry face, and it was a game that someone made of Roblox, and it said Kim's new sex tape when you clicked on it, and thank God he can't read yet, and it's like, over my dead body, is this shit gonna happen to me again? I just want it gone. This is not gonna with me. It's not. So I just want it gone.
Which is super unfortunate because she's done a lot more since then and has become even more successful from it. She literally turned a quarter into millions, overshadowing Ray J, who at the time was the famous one. She was able to use the power of her P to gain leverage and surpass the entire situation. But again, she introduced us to her by that, and her claim to fame is by that tape. So no matter what, no matter how far she goes, no matter what she continues to do, that virtual footprint will be the catalyst to Kim K's career. It's the same thing for Adam 22 and his wife. This man is money over everything, but his union with his wife works because they are really two sides of the same coin. So it doesn't bother them that their virtual footprint will be available to their daughter one day. Because in their world, money makes the world go round, which they're right about. But advertising your wife like you're her pimp, telling the world she's about to get a BBC in her meaty hole is not something that will ever go away. But for Kim K and Adam 22, they will forever be straight because they actually have money. But for everybody else, they will have to go through some difficult hardships because they will never fully have the financial means to let their past go. A lot of creators made so much money they won't ever want to go back to working a regular job. But eventually the money slows down, and eventually those checks won't hit the same, and you'll feel like you'll have to go bigger just to recapture the same glory from when you first started. And if you can't, you'll have to possibly reconsider getting a job, and it'll be difficult because you have that footprint online that will forever follow you. Or you can't really transition back into the real world because someone might recognize you. Either way, a lot of companies don't want that type of image associated with their brand, and it will possibly make your life difficult later on. Mia Khalifa is known for this. She has been trying to rebrand and move away from her past. But even she admitted that it didn't matter where she went, she was recognized, and her virtual footprint is dictated by other people who run the internet.
It's the way technology, the internet works.
Yeah. I'm not very Google friendly, and we're trying to change that. One of the first things that comes up is the site that I do not own or control, but where the homepage is written in first person, like I am the one running it. And on my Wikipedia, it's posted as my official website, and we've tried countless times to get it taken down, including taking legal action, but the company they won't hear anything, and we've made them countless offers.
There is power in the P, so when it comes to content creation or corn, no matter what, girls are more affected, whether positively or negatively. When you're a female who goes into the industry, you get more of a stain than any man ever will. Although Gucci Third Leg was the one who was burning women, Danae is the one people are pointing their fingers at the most. She's the one people will focus on the most. Let me know what you guys think down below about this situation between Danae and Gucci, and make sure you subscribe and like this video. Toodles!